My father usually told me that I should believe that one day God will open my eye. Which at some point I started asking myself, is it that God that worked at that time is no longer working now? But I've prayed enough. I fasted enough.
Do you still believe in miracle?
I still believe in miracle.
Can we say that God have abandoned this generation, that what he did in the past, he don't want to do it again?
No, I don't believe that.
Then why is it that blind people of this generation, or visually impaired persons of this generation, are not receiving their miracle as of the old?
As I've told you before, I believe that God have a reason
why he don't want to heal this generation.
It's not about healing. There is nothing a sighted person can do that a blind person cannot do.
Mr. Freedom, there is a popular saying that blind people are beggars.
I disagree with that assertion because I'm not a beggar and I can never be a beggar.
Welcome to My World, My Reality on Liberators Network, where minds are free, where voices are amplified, where we break boundaries and inspire change. I am Chizoba Orji, your favorite visually impaired presenter. Today, we are looking at Beyond Limitation. We have a wonderful guest in our midst who is visually impaired. His name is Freedom Idimma A. Mbaonu. Freedom, how are you doing today?
Good morning, sir. I'm fine, sir.
Yeah. Hope you are good.
Sure.
Are you happy to be in our studio today?
Very much happy.
During our introduction, we referred you as a visually impaired.
Yes. Yeah. I'm actually visually impaired.
We would like to know, when did you become visually impaired and how did it happen?
When they gave birth to me, I was not actually blind.
Okay, you weren't born blind.
Exactly.
Okay, what happened?
I had an eye problem, which also my elder brother also had.
Your elder brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as time goes on, my own started deteriorating.
Your vision?
Yes. Started deteriorating because of lack of, or let me say, self-medication.
Okay.
Because when the thing happened to my brother, my mother took him to hospital and a doctor prescribed medicine to him to use. So, and told my mother that as time goes on, my brother will overgrown it.
Okay.
So thinking, or let me say, my mother thought that my eyesight and my brother's own are the same. So he used the same drug that he used on my brother.
Which means your mother didn't take you to the hospital.
Exactly.
And she started using the same drug
Yes.
she used on your brother, on you.
Yes, thinking that it's still the same thing because they told him that at times goes and I'll also overgrown it. So he used the same prescription and medication on me.
Which resulted to your blindness.
Exactly. So
at what age did this happen?
I think around when I was 11, 12 years, when I started noticing that my sight started reducing.
By then, you should be in your primary 6 or just S1?
Just one.
Okay.
In my primary 5, 6, I was having severe pain. Okay. Yes, and red eyes. So we started using the drug. The thing we reduce and also go. Reduce and also grow. So I did not notice that my sight started reducing. So when I enter my secondary school in 2011, so when I entered inside the class, at the back seat, I look at the board, I did not see anything. Oh, wow. I thought that just a normal thing that if you stay at the back seat, you will not see the board.
You don't know that others are seeing.
Exactly. I asked my friend beside me, are you seeing the board? He told me yes, that I'm seeing the board. It's that time that I noticed that something is wrong with me. So when that class finished, I went to my pharmacy then and told her to call my mother. At that place I'm sitting, I cannot see the board. So So, which she did. And my mother begged my form teacher to help me and put me in the front seat. So she did that, and I managed that front seat in my first term and second term, I think. So in my second term, I think, okay, let me say third term, I stopped seeing the board in that same front
seat.
Exactly. I stopped seeing the board in that front seat. Then I was going to hospital.
Okay, by then you have started going to the hospital.
Yes, and the doctor shunned my mother. When the doctor saw that the eyes have reached to this extent, he told my mother that why will he take such decision without
proper?
Exactly. So, which I don't know. The doctor said, okay, let's know what to do about it. He started prescribing drug to us. Then in my third term, I stopped seeing the board at the front seat. So the form miss told my mother that we should take this thing serious and go to Guinness Hospital at Onitsha. So because the first hospital I went is General Hospital at that same Onitsha. It's the same place.
Okay.
Yes. So when I went to Guinness Hospital, the doctor also said the same thing. So he told me that I'm having glaucoma.
Okay, that's the diagnosis.
Exactly. So that we are going to do operation as fast as possible before the thing we exacerbate to the extent that we will not do this thing, operation. So they gave us a particular date. I think the next 2 weeks, they told us to come for us to do the operation. Unfortunately, when we came, they told us that I think, is it those that are doing the operation did not come, that we should come the next day, the next week rather. So which we came, and unfortunately, it was late then. And the doctor told us that we should not worry, that we will be taking drugs and the thing will be reducing. So I started going to school again. I finished my JS1 borrowing.
So by then they didn't do the operation.
Exactly.
Oh God. Okay, go on.
So I finished my JS1 with borrowing book from my friends and writing my notes and doing everything. So I entered JS2 first time. I think around October, before our tests, I noticed that my phone teacher printed his notes for me to be writing personally. So when she gave me the notes, I stopped seeing the thing. I was seeing it like, bro. Yes,
but
the thing was
formally
like,
seeing printed things before.
Yes, I was seeing it before, but that particular day, I stopped seeing it. The thing will do as if like I will see it.
It will disappear.
Exactly. I will see it will disappear. Immediately I started crying. Then I told my phone teacher that I need to travel back home, which she did and called my mother.
Okay, you are staying in the hostel.
Exactly, in boarding school.
Okay.
Yeah. So which she did and called my mother, and my mother came and picked me. From there, although before then, sometimes in the hostel, at some points, I will not see anything. And it was so funny that some friends of mine, or let me say, of my schoolmates, thought that I was playing, that I was just doing something to go home and not attend to school. But they did not know that the thing was serious. They thought that I was camouflaging, doing like people pity me and then send me back home. But then I was not seeing their faces. At some point, I will not see their face. At some point, I will see their face. So I have some few friends that understood me then, and they actually took care of me and helped me in some certain things I couldn't do then. So when I I went back home for my eye treatment. The thing, when we went to hospital, the doctor told us that the thing has started deteriorating, that we will be on constant medication, which temporary I stopped going to school. So
This was in your JSS2?
yes, first time. So from there, we started going to hospital till that year ends, 2012. So when they realized that the thing is also exacerbating, aggravating, so we don't have any choice than to drop me from school. So we went to various hospitals. We went to Enugu, one private hospital owned by a venerable.
Okay.
Yeah. He warned us that these eyes can never be operated. Because then I was still seeing, I can see where I'm going. Yeah. So he warned us that if you do any operation on it, I'll be totally blind. That's okay. That day, he did not say anything. That he told us that we should be coming for proper medication. So at some point, he told my mother that the truth is that there is nothing they can do about it. That is only God that will make me to see. Now, he then advised my mother to go and look for a special school to put me. So that day, it was so painful to my mother and also me because we cried very well. And we went back home. I thought that all hope was lost because I was just thinking, where else am I going to go? I can't go to school. Am I going to be a beggar like other people? But I did not have anything to say because I was staying at home
Throughout.
Yeah.
Your mother sincerely regretted all her actions.
Obviously. And
have she ever apologized to you?
Sure. Then there is something that happened. I think in that my 2013, I went to another hospital to look for an alternative, like if it is a glass for me to use. So there is a glass that is good for me to use then. So the doctor told my mother to buy it for me. My mother refuses to buy it. They told me that I'm too small to use medicated eyeglass. Which I know that by that time I seriously need it. But what they used to hear that a small child not supposed to use eyeglass or this, and I don't know where they heard that story. They vehemently refused me having that eyeglass.
Is another error.
Exactly. So which I don't know. They are oblivious of it that time I need the eyeglass to rectify some certain things in my eye. So that's 2013, I did not go to school again throughout. So
it's over 1 year gone.
Obviously. So 2014, one of our church members picked me up and told my mother that he's going to do something about it. He will take me to Abuja for eye checkup. That hopefully by God's grace, something will happen. Which I went to Abuja for my eye treatment. So we went to Abuja. Unfortunately, that period, hospital, we were on strike. So I stayed there for, I think, 8 to 10 months.
At Abuja?
Yeah. So almost for 2014, I think around September time.
And all this while you are not going to school?
Exactly.
This is getting to 2 years.
Exactly. So I dropped from school. So later, the strike was cut off. We went to hospital and they checked and told me that I'm having glaucoma. Other things I couldn't remember. They diagnosed. So after everything, they told me that I'm going to be on drug and they gave me an eyeglass. I think that was 2015, which they told my mother that,
So from 2012 to 2015, no school.
yeah. So that was when um, I started thinking of going to a special school, which my mother heard from a
Yeah, I
friend.
wanted to ask you who informed you about special school.
Uh, my mother told me that is her friend that informed her that they have a special school at Isulu.
At Isulo.
Yeah,
Is it the Basden Memorial?
exactly.
Okay.
So he told my mother that she should go and check for me to go and learn how to write and
Read and write.
exactly. So which they put me there. Then I was going to various hospitals. I came back from Abuja. We stopped going to Abuja and then we started going to various hospitals for my eye treatment. So I entered into BASDEM to do my special education. So when I entered there, like I saw myself in another world.
So many blind people.
Exactly. Not
And
only
because before you are thinking you are the only blind person in this world.
Exactly.
And when you went there, you noticed that you are not alone in this world.
Exactly. And also I saw that disability like deaf.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I was the first day I entered there, like I was somehow afraid to mingle with people because I don't know how to associate with them. So, but as time goes on, I say mingling with them.
I know you must have cried that first day.
Obviously, because I couldn't bear to leave them. So, as time goes on, I started mingling with them, and I studied my own short course there for a year. I learned some essential things that I will use to enter or venture into my study. So when I finish my short course at BASDEM, then I went back to school. So I went to CKC to start my JS2.
Okay, you went to Christ the King College on Nature.
Exactly.
Is Christ the King the former school you were before?
No. My former school was Master Vessel Seminary, Osume.
Okay. Okay. Continue.
Okay, when I went to Christ the King College, so we planned to enter into JS3, which they told us that I cannot enter into JS3 because of I did not finish my JS2. So they put me back to JS2. So I've missed 2 years at home. So I started my JS2 at Christ the King College, and I started mingling with other sighted people and also visually impaired there.
Okay.
At Christ the King. So my experience at Christ the King was so helpful because when I entered there, I did not know my rights and lefts. So I had a friend, Ekene, the two Ekenes in my class. They actually helped me to do this thing, to understand things there. So I started doing this thing. And the first time, should I say the first time or my JS2 in total, my result was not so good because of this is the first time I'm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, you are trying to go to school as a visually impaired person.
Exactly. So my result was not so good. I was just trying to adapt to read without using my
Yes.
eye, to use my head to memorize on certain
Yes,
things.
using your ear instead of
Exactly.
your eyes and using your fingers
Exactly.
instead of your eyes.
So it was so difficult for me then. So, but as God may have it, in my JS3, I started picking form, and from there, I graduated from Christ the King College.
Freedom.
Yeah.
After going around to different hospitals, and it seems as if medical have failed, did your parents seek for any spiritual intervention, like meeting pastors, going to churches to seek
Actually,
for miracle?
my father is a priest, so we did not seek any spiritual intervention. Although, if I went to some programs, then the man of God will say that if you are sick or have any impairment, you should come out for prayers. So, which I usually come out, so they will pray. But I did not go to any church or spiritual place specifically for my eye problem. No, I didn't.
Okay, because your dad is already a priest.
Exactly.
Did you at any point question God, why you? Why should it be you?
Exactly. At some points, like I was just doubting if what is in the Bible is real or not. In fact, if what my father used to teach me is truth or false. Because my father usually told me that that I should believe that one day God will open my eye. He laid some emphasis in the Bible, blind Bartimaeus, a blind man in this thing, Jordan, and all these things. So, which at some point I started asking myself, is it that God that worked at that time is no longer working now? But I have prayed enough, I have fasted enough. What is going on? Is it that God have left me or certain things? But at some point, I believe that everything works for a purpose. And I believe that God He knows the thoughts I have for us, the thought of good, not the thought of evil. Actually, to give us an expected end. So that is my own conviction. Whether or not I'm blind or not, I know that I have a purpose in this life.
Do the disappointment you get change your belief about miracle, or do you still believe in miracle?
I still believe in miracle. I still believe.
And you are hopeful that one day miracle will still happen?
Yes. Yes. I still believe.
Are you a member of any association regarding the blind community?
Yes. Currently, I'm in this thing. In visually impaired VISNA, visually impaired student of Nnamdi Azikiwe, and also in association of NAB.
Nigeria Association of the Blind.
Exactly.
In the history of your association, have you ever seen a member of you that later got healed through a miracle from a pastor, a reverend, or a priest? Have you ever seen one?
To the best of my knowledge, no. But I think I heard when one of us, the barrister, got his sight, but I don't know.
On this podcast, somebody have disputed that.
Okay.
Yeah. A member of the Nigeria Association of the Blind who came to my podcast talked about it, and he said that barrister is still a full member, and even he is the current PRO of the association.
Obviously, because that is the reason why I doubted that if the person got his sight back.
So can we say that God have abandoned this generation, that what he did in the past, he don't want to do it again?
No, I don't believe that.
Then why is it that blind people of this generation, or visually impaired persons of this generation, are not receiving their miracle as of the old?
As I've told you before, my belief is that everything work for a purpose. I believe that God have a reason
why he don't want to heal this generation.
It's not about healing. Probably if you can't see, he have a purpose reason of allowing you to be like that. It's not that he cannot heal you. It's not that he's not still doing miracle. He do. That is my own conviction.
No, you don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not talking about particular. I'm
Okay.
trying to talk about general. Because if we have up to 2,000 visually impaired person in Nigeria, at least one person should have testified among the association that I got my healing from so pastor.
Okay.
But so far you said you have not heard. And some people I have asked also said they have not heard. That's why I asked you, does it mean that God have abandoned this generation?
I can't believe that. I can't believe it because I did not know the mandate of God or the reason why He have not done it yet. But for me personally, I did not believe that God had abandoned us.
Okay. Coming back to you, freedom.
Exactly.
When you lost your sight, do you believe at first that you cannot achieve anything? And if yes, at what point did you started changing your mindset that I will go beyond limitation?
Okay, let me start by when I was saying I love drawing and also love playing football. Actually, I was thinking that perhaps I might be a footballer or venture into drawing because those two things was my hobby and what I love doing. So what as time goes on, this blindness came and it seems like it shattered my vision, my desire, and my zeal. When I became blind, I see that all hope is lost because all those things I love doing, I can't do it. I can't play football. I can't draw anymore. In fact, when I was studying, I would say that I would like to be a doctor. But all those things was shattered when they told me, the doctor told me that they cannot do anything about it. So I decided that all hope is lost, that if eventually I enter into school, which course am I going to do? What am I going to be in future? Am I going to be dormant, like staying at home, not doing anything? But when I enter into CKC, I asked my Master P, which course will a blind person do? Which he told me sociology, philosophy, psychology, and many of them. He also include law into it. I know myself. I know that most of them like. In fact, at the onset, I did not like any course that is related to arts. Yes, I did not like it because then I love
Science.
mathematics. Exactly, I love mathematics and science. So I said, how am I going to cope? Which course am I going to venture into that will shape who I'm going to be in future? So I decided to venture into law. And the truth is that none of arts course was my desirable course.
So at what point did you begin to, what made you to change like from that? Because when your heart was shattered, at what point did you started picking pieces? Is there anybody that convinced you, who motivated you that you can still do it, that you can still go beyond this limit?
Obviously, when I enter into CKC is when I started relating with my friends, and they used to tell me some blind people that are out there
Doing
doing
great.
great things. Yeah, they use barrister Eloka as an example.
Okay.
They called many dignitaries there, which motivated me to venture into law, because they told me that as a blind person, I can also do law. And also my master also encouraged me that anything I'm doing, I should put determination first. There is nothing a sighted person can do that a blind person cannot do. That is my motivation. That is what prompted me to venture into law.
I love that there is nothing a sighted person can do that you cannot do. So let's go into your education now. After your secondary school, because you have been mentioning your secondary school, so we know that you attended Christ the King College on Nature now. So after your Christ the King College on Nature, where did you proceeded to?
I proceeded to during Nnamdi Azikiwe University.
Okay, you entered university.
Exactly.
You wrote JAM.
Yes.
I know our viewers will be surprised that you were able to write JAM in order to secure admission into Nnamdi Azikiwe University. How
Exactly.
possible was that?
It is very possible. It is very possible. If you read and know what you wrote, you can secure your admission as a law student. Yeah, it's very possible. Like my own, although I had some glitches when I was applying for this thing law, because of late admission or other things. But by God's grace, I was admitted. So that is it.
Okay, you are now studying law at Nnamdi Azikiwe University.
Exactly.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what level are you now?
Currently 500 level.
500 level. That should be your final year.
Yes.
Congratulations. A very big congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
I believe that this will motivate a lot of people watching us that truly freedom is moving beyond the limitation, in as much as his dream was shattered, but he was able to pick every pieces of his life. And today, he's a final year student of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, studying law. A very big congratulations to you on that.
Thank you so much.
As a very visually impaired person, I know you suffered a lot of discrimination, even in school or maybe around you. Have you ever been discriminated in any way at all as a visually impaired person?
I don't know. Should I say that my journey has been somehow smooth? I've been discriminated, but not openly, indirectly. Yeah, because some certain people, if I want to obtain help from them, some of them will neglect me. Some of them will not. We do as if that I'm not in existence. Like I can still remember the time I needed help from someone. Obviously, the person is close to me, and I'm 100% sure that the person heard me when I was doing this thing. But because I'm not seeing and all this thing, the person obviously left me there and then passed by. Like I felt insulted and like demoralized. So but I think so far so good. I've been obtaining help from people. Yeah, I did not face any discriminator per se like that.
Okay. During your education or at the university anyway, how is your relationship with your lecturers?
It just here or there. I did not have. Okay, I think it just only few lecturers. Let me say 2, 3 lecturers that I'm somehow close. Most especially, big thumbs up to my big father, Professor Ken Wogo. He's my father, my mentor. Like when I was in my 200 level. Anytime you enter into our class, he will make sure that we are around. And he's usually carries us along in his lecture. Anytime we miss class, he will ask us what is the problem, whether we have financial problem, emotional problem, and otherwise. He told us that we should belong in everything we are doing because we are one in our class. We are one in our class. I can still remember the time he told us that if we have any financial problem, we should come to him. If we did not have, he will look for people that will help us. And also Sister Anita, who is also there to us in our academics and another thing. So he's also there with us. Our relationship, I will not use was, is still good, even till now, because those lecturers are not teaching me in my 500 level now.
Yeah. So let me use this opportunity to, extend my warm greeting to Professor Kenneth Wong, a professor at the Department of Law at Nnamdi Azikiwe University. To be frank, this is not the first time I am hearing a wonderful accolade about you. And I want to use this opportunity to officially greet you and thank you so immensely on behalf of visually impaired persons in Nigeria, especially the students of Nnamdi Azikiwe University. The information reaching me about your performance or the way you are treating persons with visual impairment at Nnamdi Azikiwe University is highly commendable. Please, sir, accept my warm greeting. Thank you very much. Mr. Freedom, coming back to education, do you believe that education in Nigeria is inclusive?
To an extent, I believe. To an extent.
Okay. Why do you say so?
Because I will use Nnamdi Azikiwe as an instance. The former vice chancellor was inclusive in everything we are doing. He makes sure that anything that we need will be provided. He made sure that any thing based on academics and educational aspects is being provided to us. So, although there are some lacunas, loopholes there, but there are rooms for amendment and maintenance.
But Mr. Freedom, I beg to differ on what you said.
Okay.
Nnamdi Azikiwe University, which happens to be your school.
Okay.
From my findings, the digital library at Nnamdi Azikiwe is not inclusive. I want to ask you,
Okay.
can you comfortably enter Nnamdi Azikiwe's digital library and make use of their computer without any assistance?
That is the reason why I say that they are inclusive to an extent. Because
Now, in the world of technology today, everybody is trying to digitalize their organization, their institution. Nnamdi Azikiwe have not included persons with visual impairment in their plan. Can you say that they are inclusive?
Okay. For now, I think they are working on it because our director now is working towards it. Yeah, he's working towards it when we had a conversation with him. All those things was the things we tabled out for him that we need in our digital library. We need inclusivity there because some computers there are not accessible to us.
And another thing, Mr. Freedom, just like I said before, I beg to differ.
Okay.
Using Nnamdi Azikiwe University again that you cited, I was well informed that Nnamdi Azikiwe doesn't have a braille center where a blind person can take his or her textbook, and they can braille that textbook to make it accessible to that blind person. Do you have one at Nnamdi Azikiwe?
No.
Thank you. Now, since you don't have a braille center where a blind person can take their textbook to and come into the digital library, which is not accessible for now, pending when they will now make it to be accessible. For me, I don't think Nnamdi Azikiwe University is 50% inclusive to person with visual impairment.
Okay.
My opinion, anyway.
Yeah, but in my own personal opinion, I think because in political aspects, any visual impaired that venture into it, if that person is qualified, and that person will be chosen as a candidate. Yes, we all know that some certain lacunas are there, loopholes are there, that they are not inclusive in, should I say, in their library and all some certain things. But in some aspects, they do help. They are inclusive. They involve us in some certain things we need. Is in political aspects, is in socializing. They do include us in everything we are doing. But now, currently, we are working towards it in educational aspect to make sure that they provide a means of us accessing library, because it's not easy. It's not easy. We have discussed it with our director to table this thing to our new vice chancellor, which is working on it currently. I believe that he's working on it currently.
Are they giving you people a timeline when all these things will come into manifestation?
For now, no.
So how long will you expect it?
Should I say till when we see it?
Now, if you are waiting till when you see it, I don't think it is something that is feasible. Do you understand? Because if you are not working with a timeline, I don't think it's something that will come into manifestation anytime soon.
I beg to differ, because they have given us their word and we believe on their word. So let's just see if to a reasonable time we did not see anything happen, then we can then conclude that they are not inclusive in this educational aspect. But currently they are giving us their word that we're going to do this thing, and we are pursuing on it through our director.
Mr. Freedom, there is a popular saying that blind people are beggars. And sitting before me, I know that you are visually impaired.
Obviously.
Are you a beggar?
I disagree with that assertion, because I'm not a beggar and I can never be a beggar. Yeah.
Why do you think people always refer the visually impaired persons as beggars?
Because they thought that we did not have anything to offer. That only means of us getting help or procuring help is from us begging. I can still remember the time I was in the market. When I was going to market with my friend, also a visually impaired, but the person is somehow seeing.
Partially sighted.
Exactly.
Okay.
So one woman just saw me, tell me, I don't know, let me use English word, and said, "Oh, boy."
You can use your
let
local
me use
language
my,
and translate it
exactly.
back.
He said, "Nna, so you're there fuzo, Orenka." So he told us that, so you're not seeing, so take this one. He puts a money in my hand. Then when she left, I asked my friend, how much is it? Surprisingly, it was 10 naira. Like, I was just wondering, did I look like a beggar in her eyes? Did I ask for any money from her? probably in her mind, she's helping me to gather some money, but it's just an insult to me, to my own pedigree, because I know what I worth and I cannot put myself down in begging. So I use, should I say, anger to reject the money by throwing it away, because I don't know how I felt that time. So in some people's mindset, they will think that where you can get help or where you can obtain help is from begging. Then when some people that are generous and some that are magnanimity that can give you money, then you need to help yourself in your various activities.
But going to different motor parks, I always see blind people begging there. Doesn't that mean that whatever assertion people are giving, that they are correct?
That is the reason why I'm here to debunk that assertion, because I am not a beggar and I don't have that mindset to be a beggar. There is nothing by God's grace in this world that will make me to be a beggar. Now, one person met my mother in the park to like beg her money or this, and my mother approached the person, told the person that, do you know Basdem? The person told my mother yes. He told him, do you know CKC? My mother asked him, did you know CKC? The person said yes. My mother then asked him, why are you here? Since you know Basdem and also CKC, why can't you go and learn and be productive? Because this morning you are doing this thing, you are begging here, we not help you. The Basdem you are going, you are not paying any dime. The CKC you are going, you are not paying anything. So why then are you looking for money? Let's presume that you are looking for money for education, but those schools that she called are not collecting any dime from you. So why can't you go there and improve your intellectual? And the person left. He did not tell my mother anything. So I did not believe that assertion that every blind person is a beggar. No, it's just those that want to beg, but not all of them that are beggars.
So, what do you have to tell visually impaired person who are still on the streets begging? Because this attitude is not bringing any good name to the blind community.
Exactly.
So, what do you have to tell those people that are on the streets begging?
Anyway, I will advise them to come out from their begging and look for a viable way that will improve their life. Because begging will not solve their issue. It's what you have upstairs will help you to navigate in this life. We need to tell them, to inform them the importance of going to school, because some of them are oblivious of it. Yeah, some person met my mother or one woman met my mother and told her that her daughter is blind. I did not know anywhere to put her. He have gone to many hospitals. Like her next option is to start begging. Which my mother told her that, are you aware that there are special school for those that are visually impaired? The woman said no. So obviously, some of them are oblivious of all these things. That is the reason why we are here, to enlighten them, to create an awareness to them, for them to know that there are special schools out there that will accommodate them, enhances their educational aspect, and make them to be what they want to be, because all hope and all loss. Because I'm seeing those people that are begging as if they have lost
hope.
Exactly. So I'm employing everyone. If you see anybody begging, tell that person to go and look for a special school because the school is there waiting for them to improve their.
And they are not going to pay anything.
Exactly.
So, Mr. Freedom, as a visually impaired person who believe in moving beyond limitation, what have been your achievements so far as a visually impaired person?
Anyway, I was once a financial secretary of association in Nnamdi Azikiwe called VISNA, Visually Impaired Students of Nnamdi Azikiwe. And currently, I'm the senator representing special need in SUG, Student Union Government in Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Yeah. So I think I did not bend to my situation because.
And you contested to get those positions.
Exactly.
And you contested with sighted ones.
The senator I am, I'm representing those living with disability.
Okay. Yes. What I mean is, okay, yeah, I understand. Okay, I now understand. Okay, not departmental.
No.
Okay, you are representing those with visual impairment in the Senate.
In school, in total.
Okay, that's good. Have you been a member of any advocacy for persons with disability or persons with visual impairment?
Exactly. I've been. When we usually have our White Skin Day, I'll be one of those advocating for this thing, inclusivity and helping those who are visually impaired. If you see them on the road, we did not need your sympathy, but we need your empathy. Yeah. If you see us, help us.
And cross the road.
Cross the road. Don't see us as those that are begging. We need your help in some certain things, but we do not need your help for you to sympathize with us. We need your empathy. And also, when we had our rally in our school, I was one of those who are advocating for inclusivity.
Just like we said in the beginning, that our topic today is beyond limitation. Mr. Freedom here today have proven to us that his visual impairment did not limit whatever he wants to achieve in life. Today, he's a final year student of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, studying law. This is beyond limitation. Many people may think that Mr. Freedom would not attain to this level in life. Just like Helen Keller always said, and I always like using Helen Keller. She said, being blind is not the issue, but being sighted without a vision. Mr. Freedom, I thank you very much for being in our studio today, sharing your journey with us. I am very, very happy, and I wish to have you again in our studio for other topics.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'm being pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much.
To my viewers, please, just as Mr. Freedom said, anytime you see a visually impaired person on the road, don't sympathize, but have empathy. Most of the time, they just need a little assistance to cross the road, to get a bus, not necessarily that they are begging. So please, guide your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. I am Chizoba Orji, your favorite visually impaired presenter. See you on the next episode.